Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing something that's very simple, and I have shared this here and there over the years, and that is our summer lunch menu. I love to keep things very simple, especially in the summertime when plans are changing daily and I want to have the freedom to just like get up and go to the free movies or go to the beach with the kids, or keeping things simple but also having some consistency in the places that matter most for me as a mom. If I'm gonna get up and go, I need to make sure that I've got all of my ducks in a row at home because I'm not typically out of the house during the middle of the day. So I like to have a consistent lunch menu and a consistent breakfast menu in the summertime. And I like to keep that menu very simple, predictable, and something that I can prep ahead, or keep my grocery shopping very consistent. So for example, one of the days every summer we have like make your own pizza. So I love to prep like 20, 30 mini pizza crusts. I'll just mill some wheat, a bunch of wheat at once, make a big batch of pizza dough, and then pre-bake a bunch of little mini pizza crusts and stick those in the freezer. So that on those make your own pizza days, it's so simple and ready to go. And I know that we're gonna be doing that every week, so I can batch prep some things. I also like to keep a little flexibility in there just based on what's on sale at the grocery store. So I may say like a charcuterie board, and one week it might be chicken salad on that board, another week it might be more like cheese and salami type of stuff. So there's a framework there. There's taking all the guesswork out for me, keeping things on rotation and based around what I do know about our summer routine, like the days that my kids usually have their football practices in the morning, or the days that my oldest daughter works, or you know, what our weekends typically look like, etc. I can plan our lunches based around what I think my best guess is that our summer schedule is going to look like, and then just have a little flexibility for everything else in between. So if you are interested in seeing my very simple summer menu and planning through that with me, then give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned. As helpful as it is to have a meal plan for breakfasts and lunches, specifically when you have lots of kids, I have found it to be incredibly helpful, specifically once I had teenagers. They are so busy on the go, and it's super helpful for me to just have everything organized and orderly at home in order to keep up with their schedule, especially in the summer. Their summer schedule has been really just different every day. It's been a little unpredictable for me. I want to give them as many opportunities as possible. And so when they're coming up with plans, in order for me to say yes as often as possible, I really have to have all of my ducks in a row. So I love having a meal plan for that reason, but I also like it to be predictable so that I can keep a simple and similar grocery order every single week as well. So starting out our summer lunch rotation, on Sundays, we always have an early dinner, late lunch kind of a thing. I usually put out some snacks as soon as we get home from church, and then we either have steak or roast around 2. So I didn't really make a Sunday plan. But Mondays and Thursdays, I have snack boards. Now, this is a great way to use up leftovers. Sometimes our snack board is like tuna and veggies, or cheese and crackers and lunch meat kind of a thing, and whatever leftover fruit I have. Sometimes, like the other day, we had a ton of baked potatoes left over, so I put out like a baked potato type of snack board, or it's just like, you know, leftovers and bits and pieces. But snack boards have been like charcuterie board style, super helpful for my kids over the years, and we have it on the rotation 2 days a week this summer. On Tuesdays, I have pizza. Now, I love to mill some wheat and pre-make a bunch of pizza crusts and keep them in the freezer. So I'll mill the wheat, make the dough, bake them, freeze them, and then it's so easy to just pull them out, let them thaw for just a few minutes really, and then the kids can just put pizza sauce, mozzarella, if they want pepperoni or anything on top. I pull out some raw veggies from the refrigerator, and that's easy peasy. Years and years ago, I babysat the neighbor boys over the summer. Their mom worked and they attended the local elementary school, so they would just come over to my house during the day in the summertime, and their mom would get the big packs of mini frozen pizzas from Sam's Club for an easy lunch for them when they didn't have time to pack a lunch if she was busy in the morning. And so a lot of those little mini pizzas were being made here over the summertime, and my kids just thought it was the coolest thing, like an individual pizza. And so I started just pre-making the crust and having that for lunch every now and then. And so in our family, little mini pizzas are such a summertime staple. Next, on Wednesdays and Saturdays, I have sandwiches, chips, and fruit. And that could be anything from grilled cheese sandwiches, and my kids love the roasted red pepper soup, or just turkey and cheese type sandwiches, or BLTs are a favorite around here. Sometimes I make sourdough bread, and I make 2 loaves at a time, so it's perfect for me to have 2 sandwich days per week. Or every now and then I'll just have, wraps or leftover bread from something else. And so it's just easy for me to plan 2 sandwich days a week. We're not typically sandwich people. It's more of a summertime thing for us because I don't know why. My kids just aren't really sandwich people. But in the summertime, if mom says that's what's happening, that's what's happening. And then I also really like having like the bolder little individual bags of chips on hand. Or sometimes we have like tortilla chips and salsa on the side or whatever. But sandwiches, chips, and fruit, easy for me to buy a big box of chips and just keep that sandwich, chips, and fruit type of thing going round and round. And then on Fridays, the other lunch that I have on the agenda is a fun lunch. And so that is because we're either at the beach or we're going to the bowling alley, and I'll get the kids something from the concession stand there, or, they want to go to Chick-fil-A, or there's a really good taco stand by the beach that they love so much. So things like that. Publix subs are one of their absolute favorites. So that would be a Friday kind of a thing. So that is what we will have on Fridays. So just to recap, our summer lunch rotation is a big dinner after church on Sundays, and then Monday, snack board, Tuesday, pizzas from the freezer, Wednesdays, sandwiches, chips, and fruit, Thursday, snack board again, Friday, a fun lunch, and Saturday, sandwiches, chips, and fruit, because usually Dad's in charge on Saturdays. So that is also another reason why I put sandwiches for the second time on Saturdays. Also, one thing I forgot to mention with the snack boards, sometimes that is when I add in their smoothies as well. So I hope this summer lunch rotation gave you some ideas and helped if you want to make a summer lunch meal plan for your kids as well. If you already do this and have like some staples that you use throughout the week, let me know in the comments down below what that looks like, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.